I work in student services at London Met University. Why am I proud to be London Met Unison? I think it's important that all workers join the union, because the union is there to stick up for you at work, to make sure that your rights are respected and that your pay and conditions are as good as we can get them. London Met Unison is a really good organisation, because they're there to help you. In the past I've had some trouble at work, and the union have been there. They've been able to give me help and advice, which has made a not very good situation a lot better and helped me get what I wanted, sort of thing. Yeah, so I'd recommend to everyone to join the union. At London Met, in my department, we faced 16 redundancies in my department earlier this year. Unison was there. It helped campaign against these redundancies. It put in alternative proposals. And we saved a lot of jobs. Not one Unison member was made compulsory redundant at the end of that. So that shows what the power is in the union. The union's been there to defend people's jobs, and it saves lots and lots of people's jobs. It's campaigns for things like a voluntary redundancy scheme, which has meant people haven't been made compulsory redundant. It's improved the redundancy terms for people, so they've got more money if they have been made redundant. And it's just it's made a big difference to a lot of people's lives. And I know a lot of colleagues of mine who are really grateful that the union has been there to help and support them through a really difficult time. Yeah, so that's why I'm proud to be London Met Unison.
I work in student services at London Met. I'm proud to be a member of Unison because we really do work together, work for each other and work with each other. I'm particularly proud to be a member of London Met Unison because we respond to our members' needs and their wishes, whether it's improving toilets or whether it's a bigger campaign such as getting the London living wage for cleaners and security staff and catering staff, and making sure we get decent voluntary redundancy agreements for our staff. I'm particularly proud of the work that we've done in student services alongside Eddie Rowley, the other shop steward there. We put together really good proposals against the cuts, the proposed cuts of 25% of our staff. We worked so closely with all the members in student services. We ended up with just one of our members being made compulsorily redundant, and we also ensured that all the people that took voluntary redundancy did have a really good deal that they wouldn't have had without our support. So that's why I'm proud to be London Met Unison.
I'm from Library Services. Why am I proud to be London Met Unison? Because they fight to protect pay and terms and conditions of all support workers, whether they work for the university directly or whether they're employed through contractors such as the cleaners, the caterers and security staff. I also believe that London Met Unison fights to protect jobs and education at this university. For example, back in May, management of the university announced a third round of compulsory redundancies, bringing total jobs cuts to almost 200. Our branch fought tirelessly to campaign to fight against these redundancies. We put alternative proposals forward. The management didn't listen. They were only offering statutory minimum severance pay. So our branch then balloted members in the beginning of June to go on strike. And 1 week into the ballot, management announced that they would double this redundancy pay. I think this is something we should be proud of because it meant that our members and also non-members could apply for redundancy knowing that they would get a decent level of redundancy pay. Something that I was involved in that I'm very proud of is as a campaign was that I was asked to represent our branch at the National Delegate Conference in June, on the day that our branch took industrial action in the form of a one-day strike to protest against these unfair and unnecessary job cuts and course closures at London Met. And I gave a short speech which was very warmly received by the delegates in the conference hall, particularly those that are facing similar threats to jobs, pay and terms and conditions. And that is something that I feel It's something that is a big achievement, and that's why I'm particularly proud to be London Met Unison.
Okay, so yeah, I work in library services, and I'm proud to be London Met Unison, or any union member organisation, because the unions look after the little people, and they are there for their members, which is something that I'm really proud and to be associated with, and I think it means a great deal. Any organisation which people work for, majority of organisations that people work for, are there geared to look after an organisation or an institution. And there's very little which is there to sort of look out for the needs or protect the needs of those individuals who are working for the organisation. So that's ultimately why I'm proud to be a union member, and why I think it's valuable having trade unions and union membership. I believe we wouldn't have weekends if it wasn't for trade unions. So for that alone, we fought a lot of good campaigns on behalf of our members to save jobs. But even to do stuff like ESOL classes for the cleaners, Spanish language classes, English language classes. So that's been really positive as well. And so yeah, it's not all about, you know, strikes and job savings and all that kind of stuff. It can be stuff like that, and just being an ear to listen to people, which is also really valuable too. So I guess a positive encounter we've had in the union is working with, well, you, and I'm sort of proud of the work that we did together, and that you did in particular, when we were kind of discussing issues that you had, and we moved it through the right channels, and we got your case won, and it was a victory in the end. But I'm also proud of the campaigns we've run which may not have been victorious, like the nursery campaign. That was going on when I just started and I just joined the union, and but I learnt a great deal about active participatory nature of being a union member, and working with local community and working with members of staff, getting people on side and just getting your arguments together. And I thought we had excellent arguments, but unfortunately we didn't win the campaign. But as I say, it was a real education for me as part of the union, and I got to meet lots of kind of inspiring people as well. So that was brilliant, yeah. And that's why I'm proud to be London Met Unison.
Hi, I'm a librarian, and I've been a member of the union for a very long time. It's always been part of my own family life, and I would like to see more young people join the union, because they're there to help you, they're there to support you, they're there to, as a barrier between you and the bosses. What are the benefits of being in a union? Security, especially employment security. Oh, just like to say that the Unison has a lot of services that we could all benefit from. I'm actually thinking of looking at their will-making service. The reason why I'm proud to be London Met Unison is that you know, that you feel safe, you feel needed. Nobody's ever too busy to answer a question if you've got a query. And they also do very good social dues as well. There's the Christmas party and the summer trip. I'm looking forward to the Christmas party. A little positive story to share with you. A couple of my colleagues have had issues with their bosses, and London Met Unison stepped in to help them, guide them through all the legal procedures, etc. And it had a positive outcome, which is really good. That's why I'm proud to be London Met Unison.